Sunny ways, my friends. Sunny ways.
You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of when we have water bottles out of a plastic. Away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles. Sort of thing.
Well, Lottie frickin' God!
You're ready to fight, aren't you? I can feel
I intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
My great pleasure to introduce my husband, the Prime Minister who will make Canada strong. And Canada full!
I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Thank you. It will be an honor to continue to fight for you and to be a champion of your cause as we go forward.
Let's fucking go.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Welcome to Friday Night Fringe here on the channel. I hope you guys had a great week. It's been a different week. Kids gone back to school this week. There's been a lot of happenings around the country when it comes to bad behavior, we'll say. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to try to keep it as positive as we can, folks, because after all, it is Friday. It's end of the week. We've already had all the bad news this week. Joining me as always tonight, the beautiful Mrs. Fringe.
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm always happy to have you here. It's always nice to have you joining us on the stream. Guys, can we do a giveaway tonight, please?
Yes.
It would be so nice.
I really want to give away something.
In fact, we're going to give away the Fingers Up Mark Carney calendar. 500 likes. If we had 500 likes tonight, folks, we're going to give away one of these calendars to one lucky member of the Patriots Club. If you want to become a member and support the channel, because, you know, it costs us to ship this stuff out, join the channel down below after you hit the subscribe button.
Derek is already saying you can't make 1,000, so no.
Oh, there you go. Thank you for the support. Bradley, being a member for 2 months, now it's time to get the convoy started, the conversation started, and say hi, Mr. and Mrs. Fringe and Alberta Independence, all the way. We need to go and get out of Canada.
Yes, we do.
Thank you so much for becoming a member for 2 months. Let's get a good old-fashioned roll call going on. Look at this. Carson El Gringo Grande stepping in right away as well. Free memberships at 500 likes as well. So 500 likes means some people who aren't members already will qualify for tonight's calendar giveaway. So get those likes up, folks. Let's see if we can get some folks in the stream here and joining us. Let's do a good old roll call. Let's see if we can get somebody from every province in the country. While we're waiting on that, Severo becoming a member for 27 months. Severo is in the house.
That is commitment.
Thank you. That is commitment. That's almost put a ring on it territory. NBL's joining us from Texas. Welcome in. Snow doing it live from Cranbrook. MEDW coming in from Ontario and Sealy's Bay. Carney's joining us from Calgary. We've got Becca CRI coming in from Lloyd. David Brewer joining us from Springfield, Missouri, USA. Welcome into our American viewers. We've got Ingrid and Charlie, my favorite mod named Ingrid. Shout out to all of our mods. You guys are doing a fantastic job, by the way. Coming in from Okotoks, Alberta. So welcome to Ingrid and Charlie. Lucas C. joining us once again from Burnaby, BC. We got Nelson Cade coming in from New Brunswick. Eric 204 is joining us from Winnipeg. Mike Freedom Honey's coming in from Beaver County. You should have voted OSB.
Yeah, should have.
We'll get to that. Thanks for joining us tonight, Mike. Bernard coming in from Smoky Maple Ridge in BC. I hear it is smoky out there. Keep your windows closed. Walter's joining us from Penticton. We've got The Truth coming in from Alberta. Don Key, Langley, not Vancouver, BC. Welcome in. Reg Porter coming in from Calgary
for one
another
more week.
Welcome into the stream. Girl Next Door is joining us from Nova Scotia. Cyber's joining us, calling for Alberta Independence. Goldie's coming in from Ontario. Delphine's joining us from Fort Mac. Bradley Wilcox joining us from Edmonton as well. We've got Daniel joining us from Whitecourt. Shelley from Prince George, BC. Kevin joining us from Ontario. Austin's joining us from Calgary and Free Alberta. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Dimebag Coins being a member for 4 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back into the stream. Good to see you here. We've got David coming in from High River, Alberta. Laura's joining us from Calgary. Stinger's coming in from Glenbrook, Ontario. Welcome in. Chris is joining us from Sterling, Ontario. Mike TV Dub, another great mod, joining us from Winnipeg. We've got 19J Harris from Chilliwack. Dark Helmet, all hail Dark Helmet, coming in from St. Louis, Missouri. We've got Rick coming in, joining us as well. We've got Garnet joining us from Saskatoon. Guys, look at all of you guys chiming in. I got to get caught up in the stream. So many people joining us tonight. Again, folks, hit that thumbs up in the like button just below the video.
Share, comment.
Get it out. Get some folks in here. 500 likes. We're doing a calendar giveaway tonight to one lucky member of the Patriots Club. Again, if you want to support the channel, join the Patriots Club. We just did a massive giveaway in Texas for the Texas flood relief. So your support is greatly appreciated. Yes. Never demanded.
No.
But greatly appreciated. Speaking of which, Marco with a $5 super chat. What do you make of Carney putting legislation to tighten the bail system next month? Per Globe and Mail, Liberals looking more conservative every day. Look, Pierre said it. First off, thank you for the super chat. Pierre said it already. Steal his ideas.
Yeah.
Because the more ideas we get, the more conservative like politics we get. We got a lot to talk about with Mark Carney tonight.
But saying and following through are two different things.
We have a lot to talk about with Mark Carney tonight. I haven't read what the Globe and Mail has said on that end, so I don't want to chime in too much on it, but does it really shock you that Mark Carney's stealing from the Conservatives at this point? Thank you for the super chat. Let's let's do one last shameless plug.
Okay.
One last shameless plug, and then we're going to get into the memes, folks. If you weren't here on Wednesday's stream, new announcement in the stream. We have new merch in the store for a limited time. So if you want to get your merch over at the shop, head over to Unacceptable.
I love the Alberta shirts.
Unacceptable/fringe.myspreadshop.com. You can find the link to our shop in any of our other videos, because in the lives, for some reason, I don't think it shows up. But we now have zip-up hoodies. Zip-up hoodies with the proud member of the Unacceptable Fringe on the front with the Fringe logo on the back. So we've got a double-sided garment there. We've also got Letterman jackets for a short period of time. Same design.
Is that the one you ordered?
That's one that I've ordered.
Yeah.
We also have, we are taking back Alberta hoodies, t-shirts in all kinds of colors. Again, folks, these are going to be limited time. So go and grab them now. Support the channel. And get yourself some good-looking merch.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that we do one giveaway at the end of the month.
To all of our members.
To one lucky member as well. So again, your support goes towards a possible draw in the future. With that said, let's get to what everybody's here for after all the memes.
Really what we're here for, yeah.
The memes. Let's jump in. I like this one. Mrs. Fringe sent me this one. Canadian premiers trying to fill Danielle Smith's shoes. I mean, again, sometimes the memes are just truth. I don't think anybody's going to be able to fill Danielle Smith's shoes. You've got
her balls just get bigger and bigger every day.
That's what Mrs. Fringe always says. She went a little crazy on the Alberta memes.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is another one. Now leaving Alberta, ask yourself what poor life choices led to this. I like that one. I mean, couldn't get any better than that. We've got this one bedroom Vancouver apartment located next to the water, $2,670 a month. I mean, again, honesty is best policy, right? This one, if you could move to any country in the world, which one would you pick? And why did you pick Alberta? So soon to be its own country. Hopefully soon to be its own country. But honesty, again, best policy. We've got this one that came from OAO, which again, very truthful. A lot of truthful memes tonight. Why do you ask me to press 1 for English and then transfer me to somebody who barely speaks it?
I like that.
Isn't that frustrating?
I like that a lot.
So frustrating. Mark Carney, of course, coming in. Liberal policy, Canadians last year's Canadian workers. Foreign workers, absolutely. We're going to hire those first. That's how Mark Carney likes to run things. If you missed the Greta memes this week, I thought I'd get you in on a good one. Find Greta. Of course, Greta's hairstyle changed this week. This isn't her over here. This is Prince Adam. You've got the Dutch boy. You've got old Friendo up here. You've got Prince Valium.
Wow.
From Spaceballs. Is this Mr. Bean? Is that the guy that played Mr. Bean? It might be. Lord Fuckwad. Nope, that's not him either. So Greta's one of these four. I can't place my finger on it, but good old find Greta.
Nice haircut.
Find Greta. Those are this week's memes, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those. Phoebe Long saying, "How dare you? You've stolen my dreams. How dare you?" I'm gonna try my best to keep up with the chat tonight, folks. I do have to. Is JD in the chat yet? Can somebody tell me? Can JD pipe up if he's in the chat? I like this. Marcus $5 super chat. Press uno for English. Thank you so much for your super chat. Is JD in the chat? I want to see if JD's in here because, as you guys know, I go back and I rewatch all the streams. In fact, after this stream ends, Mrs. Fringe and I usually go. We sit down, we rewatch the stream,
take a break, put the kids to bed,
and we read all of the chat, anything that we missed,
because we missed so much.
I don't see JD in here. But if he comes in, somebody maybe ask him to go back in the chat. Because we got to talk about something that's been popping up lately. Ingrid Stewart, $2 super chat. I'm having so much fun. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. For the 50th time, I need to get this out the bag. 2 days ago on Wednesday's live stream on Unhinged Fringe, JD chimed in to say that I'm only acknowledging super chats, that I won't acknowledge the regular chat at all. People are having good things to say. I want to just give you guys a little bit of a...
You say this every show.
But I want to give you guys a rundown as to how the software works so that you understand that I'm trying to do the best that I can. There are times on the stream where Mrs. Fringe will point out a comment and she'll want me to get, eyes on the screen on it. But essentially... what you're seeing on YouTube is not what I see.
No, it
during a live stream.
So fast.
I have multiple places that we stream to, and all of those chats are combined onto the one screen. However, there is a separate tab that lights up when people super chat. So I do know when somebody has done that, and I do have to acknowledge those because people have paid for the privilege to have their chat read on stream.
But we do try to get as many as we can.
As many as we can. So as of right now, there's just over 500 people on the multi-stream in here. And the chat is moving like this at all times. So you'll notice sometimes I misread what people are saying, or I have to...
It bounces as you're reading it?
As I'm reading it. Sometimes I have to scroll back to find what somebody has said. But please, folks, don't ever think I'm ignoring you. Do not think it's disrespect. I can assure you, I do go back. I do check the stream. Again, what you see on YouTube is not my screen. It is not the same screen. And the reason I'm explaining it is because a lot of streamers or a lot of political commentators on this platform get a lot of flack for that. I know a lot of people mention, like JD has mentioned before, Northern Perspective. Shout out to them, by the way. They do a really good job.
I couldn't imagine how fast their chat goes.
Their streams usually have 3 to 4 times the viewers that we do.
Yeah.
And my stream chat moves very quickly. I can only imagine how fast it's moving for them. Now, I don't know on their policies, on their chat policies, and I don't want to comment on those because it's none of my business. But you have to understand, folks, I'm not a guy that's all about the money. I've never been a guy that's all about the money. So I really don't want people to ever feel offended or ever feel like I'm ignoring.
There's 2 comments back to back right there. So from Laura Lee.
Really enjoyed Celtic and Matt the other day. I'm glad you did.
Yes.
Because
every
the show
Wednesday they will be here.
The show will improve as we go along, folks. We're getting our footing with that.
Better, yeah.
So stick with us. We're working out the kinks, and we're going to find a format that works for that as time goes on. Damien saying, your brother told me about your stream. Love it. I'm glad you love it. Thank God for my brother being so nice about that. Nelson, show me the money. See, there are some streamers. In fact, there's some arcade streamers that I watch that this week were saying, if I get $50 in super chats, I'm going to spill the tea on some news and stuff. I don't like that kind of stuff. That's part of the reason why when you get a membership on this channel, I just say, look, it supports the channel.
There was one stream you were watching and they said, I'm not going to say another word until I get 10 $5 super chats. It's like, no.
Some guys get out of control with it, but I'll be honest, folks.
I'd stop watching.
There's even channels where your membership gets you content behind a paywall and things like that. I don't like doing any of that. I don't like monetizing anything. I'm always grateful.
Just watching us is great support.
Watching us, hitting the like button, commenting in the stream. Again, I do go back. I check every single comment, except the ones that are banned out by our mods, because I can't see those after the stream.
And there's probably a good reason for it. So
I just don't want anybody to ever think that this channel's about the money. It's about monetization. It's about ignoring people.
No, it's about sharing the truth and getting information out there.
We want to get to everybody as fast as we can, and I do apologize that I can't. I really wish I could get to everybody. Maybe, I was talking to my people about this. Maybe one week, very soon, we'll do a stream where we just run through the chat.
Yeah.
Where we let you guys have control for the entire stream. And that way people don't feel ignored for a stream, or maybe we do it once a month. Again, we'll work through that. We'll figure it out as time goes on. Carney, $5 super chat. I've said it before. If you want me to ask or get your comment notice, ask a mod for help.
That's a great idea.
You can do that as well. Again, even when the mods message on here, I don't see those sometimes. Not all of them, either.
But they do pop out.
They do stick out
because they are highlighted.
People sometimes put @unacceptable fringe in the chat. I know it highlights on YouTube. It doesn't highlight in my streaming software. So again, I don't see it. So again, my apologies, folks. Please don't ever think I'm ignoring
Rambling.
Somebody, we don't know who, but it was somebody, becoming a member for 1 month. You're amazing. I couldn't dream of doing what you do. Dream of what I do. Do what I do. Enjoy getting the word out to people.
Yeah, I love it.
I am nothing special. I am, well, Mrs. Fringe says I'm special with a capital R, but I, Mama says these are my magic shoes. But I'll tell you right now, anybody can do this job. Anybody can get on YouTube. Anybody can make videos. Ezra Levant says it all the time. If you have a phone, you have a camera, you have a studio on the go, you can make content, you can be a part of this. I encourage everyone.
Do you remember when you left me alone? It was horrible. Not everybody can do what you do.
You'll get experience as time goes on. Come on.
Horrible.
Come on. Don't think you can't do this is the bottom line, folks.
But thank you for watching us.
Dawes 1997 gifting 5 unacceptable fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You missed one.
Did I miss one?
Yeah, the one above it.
Marcus with $5 super. Just curious, have you and Mrs. Fringe ever discussed leaving Canada?
No.
Well,
okay, we're all about independence.
Theoretically,
Alberta, but
no, we've had some conversations where I've said, if it weren't for certain drawbacks of missing out on family or being close to family, I'd move to the US. I'd find some way of getting out of Canada, but it's hypothetical. We've never had a serious conversation about it.
No.
And part of the reason for that is because Canada's our home. It's always
we are Canadian.
Going to be our home. Again, a lot of our family are within a couple hours of us. We don't want to go anywhere. We don't want to leave. And I've said it multiple times, anytime we're covering a video on Alberta Independence, none of this is about Alberta saying we're better than the rest of Canada.
No.
The only factor that makes Alberta better than Canada is that I'm here. But other than that, we're all the same in this country. We're all Canadians. The problem is that Alberta's been given an option. Saskatchewan has been given an option to get away from a corrupt government that has rigged the system.
And it just looks so good to leave.
Well, the pros outweigh the cons. And people say, well, you'll suffer, it'll be tough. Of course it's going to be tough.
Everything is tough. Living right now in Canada is tough.
The one question I see people rolling around a lot when we meet people in public and they're talking about it, or I see coverage about Alberta independence, is people always say, yeah, it's going to be tough, but is it really any worse than it is right now? And I'd rather sort through that
with the hope of it getting better,
with some control.
Yeah.
Which we don't see. Snow coming in with a $5 super chat. In that vein, thank you, Fringe. This week I started securing the name for my own channel on social media for my pen program, and it's all your fault.
Thank you.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Carson El Gringo Grande. Fringe, you're kind of a big deal in Spruce Grove. Apparently,
you kind of are.
Apparently we are, because every time we go out, somebody says,
you.
I know you. I recognized your wife. I know who you are. I didn't realize we had so many viewers here. In fact, before we get to tonight's content, God, we're really struggling on with that.
You're in a rambling mood today.
We're doing a meet and greet.
Yes.
Let's get that out right now. Mark it on your calendars, folks. In Spruce Grove, September 27th at the Royal Canadian Brew House, we will be doing a meet and greet at 7 p.m. Saturday, September 27th. Mark it on your calendars. Be there, be square. It's going to be great. We'll be there for a few hours taking selfies, hanging out with you guys, talking with you guys. Don't have to worry about me missing your chats because we're there in person.
Be there.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure if you're in the area and you can happen to stop by and say hello, Saturday, September 27th, Royal Canadian Brew House in Spruce Grove. Again, I'll remind you guys, I'll get a flyer out for it. But we just kind of secured all that today.
Yes. But you did promise it was going to be put out today. So.
I did promise we would have the information today. I got to get to these other honorable mentions because they keep coming in. You guys are amazing. And then we're going to get to the content for tonight, and I'll stop rambling. Michelle, becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Patriots Club. Dawes with another $5 super chat. Thank you for your generosity. When I look around, I think of the crab bucket theory. Basically, it's all about mutual destruction.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for the super chat. Luca with a $5 super chat. Wasn't at Wednesday's stream, but watch afterwards. Congratulations to your family. All the best for your family and yours. Great news.
Thank you.
Yeah,
so
so
much,
if you
Luca.
missed out on that, our oldest daughter, Zoe, is engaged and getting married next October. She's going to be...
Yeah, it's been quite the week. Our oldest is engaged and our youngest started kindergarten. It's just kind of, it's been a week.
Yeah. And our oldest is getting married in Disney World.
Yes.
Which now I got to save up for that. Thank God we have a year.
Yes.
To get ourselves and 3 kids to Disney World. It's going to be crazy. Let's get on to tonight's discussion because there's a lot going on around the country. People are going to say, hey, Fringe, you said the country was going, it's cooked, it's going downhill.
Yeah, let's
you
talk
rambled.
about it.
You didn't talk about it. I got to tell you guys, we got a lovely country, but it's going downhill. Mark Carney coming in.
You thought Trudeau was bad.
Before I start, people got a fever. Don't you got a fever, folks? I think you need a prescription.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Is Zoe registered for
Lori,
gifts?
where's Zoe registered for gifts?
No.
I don't know. I don't know. And that
I don't
would
think
be...
she's even thought about it. She literally got engaged Friday.
Yeah, it's a little early, and I appreciate asking.
They only know the where because I think it's just been their dream forever. So
I don't think we'll make that public knowledge. Maybe we'll do like a small fundraise for like the money in the envelope kind of thing from Unacceptable Fringe for anybody who wants to do that.
Yeah, but really,
please, I do not want to encourage that. No. I'm just saying I don't want to. Like,
we'll see. We've got a year.
It seems kind of like a grift.
It does, yeah. Like that's a no.
If you guys want to do that, reach out to me, unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. But please, well, no, I don't want to insult those who want to do something, but we're not asking. So, let's get on to tonight's stuff. Let's get on with it. We'll do it live.
Let's do it.
Around the country this week, in fact, just today, we've talked about the illegal truck drivers. And this week, I've heard Pierre Poilievre talking about, Tim Hortons.
Mm-hmm.
He's been saying that we're going to slap against these companies that are paying people $30-something an hour for temporary foreign workers, but
Good.
Canadians can't get hired. I'm going to go over those numbers, but I just want to show you guys what's happened just today in this country. Blonde Bigot showing. Oh wait, this was supposed to be with the memes. If you defend yourself in Ontario, this is what happens now in our clown country. Mark Carney's not going to do anything about Castle Law, by the way. This is what you face.
Right away. No trial, no nothing. Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away. Believe it or not, jail. Right away. Jail. You right to jail. Believe it or not, jail.
Believe it or not, jail.
That's what I want.
You're going to go to jail.
No catch and release.
But this week, we've got the plebs starting out. Truck driver in Brampton does an illegal U-turn and almost kills oncoming drivers. These terrible drivers are everywhere in Ontario thanks to Doug Ford. He doesn't even require newcomers to pass their driving exams in English. This is the problem. And keep in mind, a U-turn like this, an illegal U-turn like this, is what killed 3 people in Florida.
But semis are not meant to do U-turns.
Take a look. Let's take a look. Here we go. Coming down. And this is like a basic road in Brampton.
Like that's
normal highway. And here we go. Illegal U-turn just in the middle of the road. Middle of the road. This was today, folks.
Wow.
Illegal U-turn. This was near Yale in BC. So 1 kilometer south of Yale in BC today. Look at this. The guy's truck's on fire. In the ditch. Oh, look. There's the driver right there. Let's make that a little bigger so that I'm not labeled a racist or anything. Indian driver. Somebody said Durka Durka.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
Durka Durka Durka.
laughing in my head.
Look at that. Destroyed truck next to it. And there's his truck on fire. Yep. This was today. Today. All today. This was today as well. Take a look at this. And here's the big question. When will somebody pull the plug on this? Whoever's approving these licenses needs a boot, not a desk.
Absolutely.
And it's all East Indian drivers. This is the question I'm asking, and this is the one that I've been asking for a long time. You have Pierre Poilievre saying, and rightfully so, he's doing a good job. He's doing a wonderful job with opposition. But Pierre says, we want to repeal the temporary foreign worker program. We want to make it so that Canadians can get hired. In fact, Ezra Levant asked Pierre an amazing question at a press conference this week saying, will you put out a list and shame companies like Tim Hortons that are hiring en masse?
Yeah.
These temporary workers or foreign workers over Canadian workers. And immediately, and this was a press conference that Pierre did with Michelle Rempel-Garner. No hesitation, Pierre said, yes, I will put out that list, which is good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for it. Good on Pierre. The problem is there's some hypocrisy in that. And this is where people say it's all theatrics. It's all part of the show. If Pierre really cared about the foreign workers, what they would be pushing to repeal right now, at least in my opinion, you guys can let me know what you think. But if Pierre really cared about the foreign workers, if he really wanted to do something about the foreign workers in this country, he would be repealing the benefits for companies that hire foreign workers to save money on their wages, to
100%.
write off those wages. It's not about bringing people here. Those people would stop coming here if companies wouldn't hire them. And companies hire them even if they're going to do a bad job because they're saving money. They're getting like 25% of the wage back.
Yep.
So they don't mind if they cause you or I some inconvenience. They don't care if you can't speak to them when you're at the counter making an order.
No.
They don't care if it demolishes some aspect of their business because people still go there. People still walk through the door.
And they always will. That's not going to stop.
So if they repealed those benefits for business owners that said you no longer get any money back for hiring temporary workers or foreign workers, DEI, what do you think that would do for employment in this country? Do you think every store, every retail space, every cell phone stand in a mall would be full of Apu? Do you think they'd be working there? Ingrid saying people are probably scared of these extremely dangerous idiots. They should be.
Yep.
They don't wash their hands at Singh Hortons. We already know that. In fact, it's funny. Mrs. Fringe thought that I was getting in a fight in a bathroom this week because we were at West Edmonton Mall.
I wish you recorded it because it was so awesome.
I'm not fast on the draw with my phone like some of these.
We also were thinking, I need you to record this.
Social justices, but look, when you go into West Edmonton Mall around the Fantasyland Hotel, there's an Indigo and a Starbucks. There's a Cinzio. There's a few other places where you can get a coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
And the hotel itself, and one washroom off to the right of the hotel. So everybody in that area is using the washrooms, and there's a reason I'm giving you that information. As I walked into the washroom, there's only 2 stalls in there, and they're full. Now, I'm standing in there for a few minutes waiting to use the washroom, and being a good, normal person, just hanging out, in a men's room with actual men. There's no women in there pretending to be men. And
there's a few in line.
There's a couple other guys in line behind me. And finally, one of the stall doors opens. Aladdin comes out with his towel on his head. It's dry, but then when you look inside the stall, there's piss everywhere. All over the seat, the floor. The place is a disgrace. And I turned around, I kid you not. Mrs. Fringe was outside the door and thought that I was getting in a fight with somebody because I turned around and I said, clean it up. Clean it up. And he looked at me and started to say, oh, don't speak. And I said, don't give me none of that bullshit. You don't speak English. Clean it up. Get some toilet paper. Get whatever you need. Get that rag off your head and clean it up.
It's disgusting.
And the 2 guys behind me stared him down. And he walked into the stall.
Yeah, they were in agreement with you.
And while he was wiping it up, I said very loudly, and again, this is where Mrs. Fringe thought I was getting into a fight. I said, you don't come to my country and treat it the way you treated that toilet. You don't come here and disrespect Canada. If you can't respect my country, go to the airport when you leave this mall and GTFO. And the 2 guys behind me said, damn straight.
I think a lot of people are just getting tired of it. They're just done.
They're done. And as soon as he finished, as he was throwing everything out, I went and used a urinal. And he says, oh, you're not going to use the toilet? No. I said, you just pissed all over it. No. He says, well, why do I have to clean it? I said, because you're a pig. You can't do that. So yeah, Fringe almost getting into fights in washrooms. People have had enough. People have had enough. And it was good to see that even in a woke town like Edmonton, people were agreeing and backing up what was going on.
Well, you think anybody behind you wanted to use that toilet either? Like, really?
Oh, God, no. No. But the fact of the matter is, they're coming here by the truckloads. And we got nowhere to put these people. They take all of the damn jobs. And our government wants to start putting pressure on Mark Carney saying, well, we need to repeal temporary foreign workers. We need to send some of them back. You need to send about 5 million of them back. At least.
Let the Canadians work again.
If they sent 5 million people home tomorrow, I'd be okay with things. I'd say, all right, that's a start. I'll give it where it's due. It's a start. But they're not gonna. And that's where I'm saying, if you want real solutions, they don't just take away the temporary foreign worker program, because there's businesses out there that are going to hire all the ones that are left here. If they really want things to get better for Canadians, we need to start asking our representatives to repeal the benefits for businesses that hire temporary or any kind of foreign worker through DEI policies. That needs to be repealed so that businesses stop taking advantage of those coming to the country, and so that they don't get any kind of benefit from disrespecting Canadians and giving them a job. That's the way I see it. Again, I would encourage Pierre to open his mouth and say something about that. When you look at the unemployment in our country, the numbers have come out this week, and they're absolutely staggering. 8.4% unemployment rate in Alberta right now. It's up over 0.5 percentage point in the last month. British Columbia is at 6.2, up 3.3%. Saskatchewan's down minus 3.3%. And they're at 4.7% unemployment rate.
Those numbers are high. And these are just the ones they're able to record.
These are what they have right now. Manitoba 5.7, up 0.2. Ontario 7.7, so they're almost as high as Alberta.
Wow.
But they're minus 0.2. Quebec is up 6%, and they're up 0.5 percentage point in unemployment. Newfoundland 10.7%. Now, Newfoundland, granted, always has
yes
a high unemployment rate because you've got you goddamn Newfies there that go on what they call POGI. They work for a little bit, then they go on their EI. Newfoundland's always got a high unemployment rate because they come out west, they get their money, they go home and they get EI, and they come back. PEI's at 8.1%. Nova Scotia's at 6.5. New Brunswick's at 7.7. We lost over 100,000 jobs this month, folks.
That's crazy. Like, it is a hard market out there right now, like really tough.
Mrs. Fringe has been applying. Keep in mind, she has 20 years experience in oil and gas. 20 years. And they're saying that oil and gas production is up in Alberta this year.
The jobs aren't?
They're bullshitting everybody because there's no jobs. And if there are jobs, they're all going to Brigitte. They're not going to regular Canadians.
No.
They're not going to those who have skills. They're going to companies that, once again, benefit from hiring immigrants because they're getting a break. They get bigger profits, less wages paid out. And please don't think that I'm saying this as a racially standing point, because I'm also mad that that takes advantage of the people that are coming here by purposefully giving them a lower wage.
Yep.
If they're qualified. If you moved to, let's say, Switzerland tomorrow, and you were going to get a job in your desired field, and you found out that your employer was paying you 25% less, or hiring you simply so that they could pay the government a kickback or get a kickback from the government, wouldn't you be a little upset with that?
They don't care.
Wouldn't you feel used? Like, it's no way to treat people, for one.
No, but it doesn't bother
And I know
them.
people are going to, I mixed up my words a little bit. I know people are going to say, Fringe, they're getting the same pay. It's just they're being subsidized by the employers being subsidized. That's more what I meant. But wouldn't you feel like, what am I doing here? Like, used, if the only reason they hired you was because there was a benefit and not because of your skills?
Well, look at DEI hires.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like, I mean, even...
I'm sure some people are just happy to have jobs.
Yeah.
Night of Falima says even Japan now is revolting over bringing in boatloads of immigrants.
Yep.
Get them likes up, folks. I don't know why so many people have these homoerotic fantasies of me. Maybe I need to start an OnlyFans. I don't know what we're doing here.
Would you pole dance for me?
I would not. I would not do anything to that degree. I would not.
Stripper pole in the bedroom. It's
what is
happening.
it people want? Speedos and all these things?
the
I
banana
would not
hammock.
do any of that stuff. I don't know
Borat
why
suit.
people, but yeah, get the likes up. 500 likes. Just a reminder, folks. Just a reminder. 500 likes. We're doing a giveaway tonight from Calendars That Curse. Hold that up for a second.
Yes.
The F. Carney Fingers Up 2026 calendar that was in collaboration with Unacceptable Fringe. One lucky member of the Patriots Club gets one of these tonight at 500 likes. So get them up, folks. Carson also says free memberships at 500 likes. So get them up.
We can do it.
Get them up. Come on, Derek, for your wife. No. No. Not even then. Not even that. You know what? I am going to gloat for a second, though. Because I always love that I come on this channel and the negative trolls are in here calling me a tubby bitch and everything else. Well, guess what, folks? Fringe got off his ass the last little while. I've been hitting the gym. I'm down a size. In fact, I bought this new hoodie this week because not only am I down a size, but I can actually wrap it around my body. There's room in it. So I'm down a size and a bit. So you're going to see some changes around here with the Fringe. So all the guys who keep up the fatty comments, shove it.
At least it's something you can change.
Shove it.
452 likes. That's awesome.
We're almost at 500 already.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Get those thumbs ups in there, folks. Let's do a giveaway tonight. What's funny is Pierre Poilievre is coming out. Pierre Poilievre is coming out, and he's doing his best to defend what's happening in the country. And when I say his best, he could do a little better. Like I said, change the laws that matter, change the subsidies for companies, and repeal the temporary foreign worker program. Do both. Seal it in so that Canadians are protected. That's all we want. But look at this yitz. Take a look at this dumb bitch who came in. When the media doesn't agree with you, they push the racist narrative, says Ryan Garrettson. Great account, by the way. Shout out to Ryan Garrettson. This is purposely put into into the ether to make people second guess how they feel. The media is a plague. Listen to what she has to say. I've seen this so much, where people turn around and say, oh, you're a racist if you don't like the temporary foreign worker program, or, you're a terrible human being. You don't understand people are getting better opportunities. Canadians can't get any opportunities.
No. Worry about our own country first.
Take a listen to what this idiot had to say.
I'm going to be quite frank and honest. We are the Conservative Party, and Pierre Poilievre and MP Rempel are treading a very dangerous line of what I'm going to call a dog whistle of racism. Because if you want to have a conversation about the fact that we have an issue with immigration, we do. Not because they're immigrants and they're coming in and taking away. It's because our society and our system hasn't kept up. We don't have enough housing. We don't have enough resource put in place to help everybody.
So the answer is bring in more and keep the temporary foreign worker program open, or you're a racist. I want to point out, coming from a girl who looks like she fakes and bakes, she should probably do something about those lips and maybe degrease that head of yours.
Don't need to be so judgmental.
I do need to be judgmental because she's pulling the racist card. You're a racist if you don't want temporary foreign workers here. No, you're not. Wanting your identity in your country, wanting security, wanting jobs in your country does not make you a racist. It doesn't. Nobody has said, I don't want people of this skin color in my country, or I don't want people here because of their skin color. They're saying, I don't want them here because we don't have houses and we don't have jobs, and because they're flipping our trucks. They're breaking into our homes.
They're ruining Canada.
They're ruining our lives. They're taking it over. And I hate to break it, folks, just like the title, we're on the decline.
They're eating the cats.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats and the pets of the people that live there. But it's all happening in the decline of Canada. We put out a video this week showing controlled decline, managed decline in this country. And it's not going to improve. No. This is where I said Pierre can go into the House of Commons this September. And by the way, join me for question period every day during the week.
Yes.
Here on the channel. We're going to be doing question period live.
I might pop in occasionally.
Mrs. Fringe might pop in once in a while.
Maybe I'll host it. We don't know.
Maybe you should host it. Maybe that would be fun. I could go play video games or
you
something. That'd be fun. It'd be nice to have a break. Let's back on track. Pierre can go in there and scream about all these things that as much as we like them, as much as we like his ideas, just like the Canadian Sovereignty Act that he's pitching, he has to go against the Liberals, the NDP, and the Bloc. And a lot of these policies go against everything they stand for. So we're not going to get any of this stuff. So when I say the country's on its way down, that the decline has begun under Mark Carney, it's officially underway. I've been ignoring some super chats. I got to get to those because they're stacking up. You guys, wow, you guys are amazing tonight. Darren with the $7 super chat. The people lie that handed these drivers their CDL should also be held accountable. Shut down those schools.
100%.
Shut them all down. In fact, there's
Shut
videos.
Down the schools, the companies.
There's videos going around of these drivers going in with holes in their shirts with cameras strapped to them with earpieces so that somebody can sit out in the parking lot and give them answers to their tests.
Wow.
Because they can't read English.
But I mean, we've even had a friend who is not an immigrant, but she went to get her driver's license and failed it miserably, but they offered for her to pay for it.
Yeah, they offered her, if you just want to slip us some cash, we'll just pass you and give you your license.
She said no, but...
Snow with a $5 super chat. As of March 27th, 2024, the Alberta government, there's 149K Class 1 drivers in the province. Only about 31% are utilized. It's not a shortage, but absolutely broken industry.
Absolutely it is,
So,
yeah.
and that is the problem again. It's all going to these guys. You see it in the companies, folks. This is part of the reason that, Best Buys.
But they undercut the real companies. That's why they're getting the business.
Well, retail especially. People say, well, it's always DEI hires. It's bigger than that.
Yeah, much bigger.
East Indian manager gets in. He will only hire other East Indians.
I mean, I've seen a video of a woman trying to get a job in a Tim Hortons and they're turning her away.
I seen a senior citizen denied by Tim Hortons this week. I don't know if you guys saw that viral video going around on the internet. She went in, she's qualified. She's a senior citizen, retired, just needs an extra job. Can't get it.
Absolutely refused.
All brown people behind the counter. And it's the problem in big corporate businesses as well. It's not just retail.
No.
I know people that work for union style jobs. East Indian management gets in. They only hire their buddies. They only hire their kind, and nobody else gets in. So it's not just the benefits of the company. No. It's their racism against actual Canadians.
Yeah, it's never, it slowly became not what you know, but who you know.
Well, it's oh, you're from where I'm from.
Yep.
I'm going to give you a job.
Yeah.
And I've actually heard it. There was a fight that broke out at a dealership I used to work at because the same thing happened. East Indian manager took over and he said to another guy, I'm not hiring any white people. And one of the guys overheard it and screamed at him.
Yeah.
And he said, that's racism. He goes, it's not racist because it's against white people. That's the problem with racism, is that it's associated with white people. It's associated with us.
But you get it going shopping. Somebody parks and takes your cart or something small.
Oh, we've had it happen. And they go, you're a racist. It's like, because I parked here, because I took a cart ahead of you, I'm a racist. Like,
because I'm calling you out on something.
People don't understand what the term racism means anymore. Aaron with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Just bought some merch. Note, at 500 likes, I am giving away the Take Back Alberta t-shirt.
Oh.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Aaron, thank you. Appreciate that. Reg Porter, becoming a member for 16 months.
Wow. That's
commitment territory again. We need deportation and try to get things back to some kind of normal.
Yeah.
Alberta independence is our only hope. Keith Wilson has said it on many live streams where he says independence is the only way forward. And he was on, what was it, Rebel News?
Yep.
When he was talking about, and he chuckled and laughed. It was during Pierre's by-election. And he says, I know people have bets as to how soon before I say it, but it is the only way forward, folks. And it's not, again, a smack at the country.
Absolutely not.
But if you have a way out, if somebody's giving you a rope and saying, I'll pull you out of this hole, most people will take that rope. It's and it's funny because today's video where I was talking about Danielle Smith's newest video that kind of says the quiet part out loud. A lot of people said, I'm from other parts of the country and I fully support and agree that I'd be doing the same thing if we had the opportunity. Dawes 1997, sorry, with a $20 super chat. It's not racist to speak the truth from a place of heart. People are getting screwed over when they shouldn't be. This is what happens when there's loopholes and gray areas in law. And that's why Alberta will be better. We know.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the super chat. Dark Helmet, $5 super chat. I'm starting to see the British people begging for the U.S. to free them from their government's thoughts. So the problem with that was it's a Pandora's box. You've already opened it.
Yeah.
You've already let it in. How do you get rid of that many people without a complete 180 of the government? You can't.
No.
I mean, I've seen videos of people walking around Paris in some of the nicest tourist spots that used to exist.
It's not what it used to be.
They're full of Nigerians. They're full of East Indians. They're full of people from all over Asia and Malaysia.
And they're not visitors.
They're not visitors. They've boarded up windows in some areas. They're sleeping on the roads. They're defecating in the streets. And these are tourist spots that are now run out by woke DEI guys like Macron who allow them in.
Yep.
And then they say, oh, well, guys, we have a real problem on our hands. You've got this police chief in what was it, York, who's telling people just comply when people break into your house. Just comply and call 911. We'll get there eventually. Hopefully you're not executed like that other guy earlier this week in front of his family. Hopefully your child isn't assaulted like the one that happened earlier this week. Just comply.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to take the law into your own hands. Again, I said it on Wednesday's stream. I said it on my video about it. I'll say it again. I feel a great swell of pity for anybody who breaks into my house and crosses the threshold of my property.
Yep. Your safety ends when my family's safety ends.
I will happily go to jail for my family. And I know just about everybody else in the stream would do the same. Aaron Morrison, $2 super chat. A second message. I made a rant vid as well.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. Shoot me an email with your channel. Maybe we can get it out on a shout out. Darren, 279 super chat. Look at the UK. It may be too late for them.
Yeah.
Granted, we must have hit our 500 likes, folks. Carson El Gringo Grande gifted. Oh, he gifted one unacceptable Fringe membership to the Patriots
And then
Club.
he goes, just kidding.
Just kidding. $2 super chat. Then we must have hit it, gifting 10 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the
that's
Patriots
funny.
Club. Carson, thank you so much.
You.
Naughty. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're such a great supporter. Thank you so much. Bugaboo Oddity, $5 super chat. Don't get me started on Tim Hortons. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you for the super chat. Linda, $2 super chat. Mark Carney is a temporary foreign worker. Absolutely, he is.
Let's send him back.
Aaron Morrison, $2. Donate that the Take Back Alberta t-shirt. So if you've ordered it, I can't donate it because they're going to ship it to you. So I don't know how we're going to work
We'll figure that one out.
Aaron, hang on. Let me get you to put it in the chat how you want this to work.
Okay.
And as soon as I'm done these super chats, I just got Jim's to get to. $5 super chat. There's one Tim Hortons in London, Ontario that has all white people, East Indians working. I don't know what that means. Instead of East Indians, I'm guessing.
I bet you it's clean. Not fully, but I mean...
Okay, Aaron, if you could just chime into the chat, let me know how you want to work that giveaway. Because if you've ordered the shirt already, did Aaron order the shirt already? I'm sorry, folks, we have to stall the stream for this.
We're doing it live.
I don't want to miss Aaron's comment, so I just want to figure out how he wants to do this giveaway, because if we can do a giveaway on the stream, we'll do it tonight as well. We're already giving away a calendar to one lucky Patriots Club member.
This beautiful calendar.
Somebody's going to win that tonight, folks. So stay tuned. If you haven't become a member yet, join the channel. Talk amongst yourselves. If ever you watch Saturday Night Live and you know coffee talk, talk amongst yourselves. No, you guys rock. Mike St. John, I want that calendar. If you don't win it tonight, you can always head over to calendars@curse.ca and grab yours there.
And we do have more giveaways as the weeks come on.
We're going to be giving these calendars away all the way up to Christmas, folks. I got lots. So join the channel if you haven't yet. We're going to be giving more away. I don't see Aaron. Oh, I'll email you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so maybe what we'll do, I'll wait until after the stream to get Aaron's email. We'll give the shirt away next Friday.
Next Friday or Wednesday?
No, we'll do it Friday because the Friday Night Fringe crowd will be there. So next Friday we'll do a Take Alberta Back t-shirt. I'll get that organized with Aaron, and we'll do it here next week. So that gives you time to join the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for clearing that up, Aaron. Let's get on with and here's more news.
Next year's calendar.
It is next year. It's a 2026 calendar, folks.
We're not giving away this year's calendar. It's for 2026.
Shelly says 3 guys with a hammer tried to break into my brother's house in Milton, Ontario.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm glad. I'm happy to hear them tried to, and that they weren't successful. But that's horrible.
Terrible. Jason saying, how come I can't find the membership options? So I think you can't, certain cell phones, you can't do it from there. I think you have to be on a desktop or some other method of YouTube on a browser.
Can you do it on your phone browser?
I'm not sure. I know some you can, some you can't.
But not through the app.
It's where the subscribe button should be. Once you hit subscribe, it should say join, and you can hit the join button. That's how you get a membership. I hope that clears it up. Snow with a $5 super chat. What happened to the 3 jars of freedom money?
They're still here.
I donated the money for last week.
You want to do a jar today? I mean, we don't have 3 jars to give away.
We don't have 3 jars to give away. That has to be a joke, isn't it?
No, he did donate $5 last week or last Friday
to give away a jar.
To give away a jar, but we don't have 3 jars.
We have 2.
Yeah.
Jim Brown, yes. Instead of East Indians, yes. It is clean in Tim Hortons. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat.
Because I do like their food, but
okay, so we'll gift away
we'll do a jar tonight.
Freedom Honey, and we'll ship that out. And you don't have to be a Patriots Club member for that.
No.
So we'll do 2 giveaways tonight, folks.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Stay in the stream, hit the thumbs up. Let's see if we can get the viewership even higher, and we'll do 2 giveaways tonight then. So we talked about the racist that Pierre's been labeled, and she says that Pierre entering to get rid of the temporary foreign workers program is racism. It's racist if you do that. Look at this that was forwarded my way. An open ad with a phone number down here, with a car full of illegals, saying Canada to USA, USA to Canada, saying essentially they'll sneak you into the countries. Here's the phone number to call.
जी मॉन्ट्रियल तो न्यूयॉर्क आकाश भाई ਦੀ ਗੇਮ ਸੀ ਆਪਣੇ 45 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਸੇਫ ਵਾਕ ਸੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਭਾਈ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰੋ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
He's not doing a very good job at hiding his face, but
nope. Call this number. I'll sneak you into the country. It says here Montreal to New York. I wonder if AG Bondi is aware about this network transporting people across the border very often and advertising online.
Oh, but let's just let that pass.
Again, nothing's been said about it. Nothing's been done about it.
Wow.
And keep in mind that if they come into Canada, the first thing they do is claim asylum. They can instantly say asylum.
Here is your check.
Here's your hotel room. Here's your $80-something thousand a year. And when we say 80-something a year, it's $200 and some odd a day, I think it is, for hotel rooms and food and everything else while you sit and wait for a judge. And of course, they don't want to be labeled racists. So they're just going to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, no problem. We'll let you into the country." And they're smiling, folks.
Yeah.
They're smiling.
Oh, this is a joke.
We make it so easy. Carney, Tim's on Barlow in the Foothills Industrial Park is disgusting. They're all disgusting. Saying it's funded by Trudeau. Absolutely. Trump stated he's ramping up ICE agents in the Canadian border.
Good for him, and so he should.
We're going to ramp it up, folks. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. They got to go. They got to leave.
They need that here.
We need it gone altogether. Take a look at what Table Salt's posting here. This is the problem when you leave the borders open. Another home invasion in Ontario. They allegedly ran into a 29-year-old female's car, kidnapped her by throwing her in a van, stole her keys, went into her home, shot her dad. This is out of control.
And he's already out on bail.
Call me a racist if you like. These guys don't, and he's already out on bail.
Wow.
Folks. These guys don't look like they were born in Canada. But we just keep the door open. And what's funny is, Mark Carney said a few things this week. We're going to get to it. This is where I say we're on the decline. We're already there. Here's Mark Nixon tweeting out, "Holy shit. Carney just announced the Liberals will continue full steam ahead with the temporary foreign labor. Businesses are screaming for it," he says. Of course they are. It undercuts Canadian wages. Take a listen.
On the government to scrap the temporary foreign worker program, is it time to shut the program down?
Well, I would say following, which is that that program has a role. It has to be focused in terms of its role. And it's part of what we're viewing. It's part of what we will be discussing, how well the temporary foreign worker program is working and how our overall immigration system is working. We've been absolutely clear as a government that we want, and we're putting in place policies so that the overall level of immigration as proportion of the population will decline from around 7% today to around 5% several years from now. Now, the biggest contributor to immigration is not temporary foreign workers. It's a variety of other factors. And I will say, je vais répéter en français parce que c'est important.
Oh, God. So I'm not going to make you listen to him in French because I love how he always does it on purpose just to be like, hey, everybody, look, I learned French.
I learned it.
I learned it. I speak French now. My 2 cents saying, but it's not the Wild West guys. That's the problem, isn't it? Isn't it? So you're going to have this back and forth carnival circus going on for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Pierre's going to get smacked down on everything he talks about. He's going to get more talking points. He kind of brought in a couple slogans that I wasn't happy about this week. Stop, Pierre. Don't do that. Stay based.
Slogans.
I like the attack on the foreign workers. Let's stay there. But you've got Mark Carney that he's told, well, you're getting all this opposition for the temporary foreign worker program. Is it time to shut it down? He goes, well, let's be clear. He's thinking of every excuse in the book to keep it open. It's not going anywhere, folks.
No.
It doesn't matter.
He is not going to change it. It helps his directive.
Mike Freedom Honey, $10 super chat. I'll bring honey and calendars to the meet and greet, possibly the OSB sign. I don't want having to drag large signs to your meetups to become a thing.
But it's so fun.
Because last meet and greet, Mike gave us this sign
so good at it.
Hangs behind us in the studio. Thank you so much, Mike. So there you go, folks. Mike's bringing honey to the meet and greet, again, in Spruce Grove.
Honey and calendars. That'll be awesome.
So join us for
Probably
anybody who
have to
came
sell
in
them
late.
in the parking lot. I don't think the brew house would allow that inside.
Anybody who came late, September 27th, Saturday, Spruce Grove, Real Canadian Brew House. Join us there for a meet and greet. Mike's bringing honey.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mike. Very generous of you.
Honey. It's been
Very generous of you. Randall. Now, Randy, he became a new member of the Patriots Club. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Reg Porter with a $5 super chat. I have 2 protectors from my home, Smith & Wesson. I'm so glad to hear that. Nilok, $5 super chat. Hit the like button, folks. About 100 behind. Even the immigrants from before hate the new ones. They are sick of getting associated with the new ones.
Yeah.
We saw that with an East Indian truck driver who was legit screaming from the rooftops and profanities. Get these guys out of here.
Yeah.
We're seeing it a lot. Bryce, $5 super chat. Had my entire truck keyed in Northeast Edmonton on Sunday. Lovely person wrote racist in huge letters on the tailgate.
Wow.
My God. Sorry to hear that.
That's horrible.
But this is again where when Mark Carney makes all of these excuses, managed decline. And it's going to continue because for as long as he has his minority government with the Bloc and the NDP, the very little amount of the NDP propping him up.
Yeah.
It's business as usual like Justin Trudeau. I mean, listen to this. Mark Nixon again. Mark Carney just said the Canadian comedy. It is comedy. It's a tragedy. Canadian economy is going full tilt into decarbonization. This is his vision for the strongest economy in the world. The planet is bailing on the green scam. Carney's plan for Canada is to lead the charge straight off a cliff. This is the end of Canada.
Yeah.
So again, Mark Carney brings in decarbonization, which is what's going to bring in your new carbon tax. Take a listen to this.
The first thing is to say from our perspective on climate competitiveness is to develop the competitiveness of our industries everywhere from the resource sector through to manufacturing, through to services, so that Canadian businesses can compete. We can grow foreign markets. We can grow jobs and sustainable jobs here in Canada. And in that regard, there's a series of measures that we're taking and will take, starts from the tax system and works its way out so that the investments in decarbonization are happening here in Canada.
So Mark Carney saying he's going to go for decarbonization, which means he's going to keep bailing out the country for contracts that help his friends, his buddies, while taxing you guys to death. One of the things that was talked about today was the EV mandate of 2026 was coming to a close, that Mark Carney has bowed out on that. And a lot of people said, including guys like Mark Nixon, Ryan Garrettson, why did it take so long for them to bail on these EV plants? Follow the money. Follow the money and all the contracts and all the benefits that the Canadian government under Justin Trudeau paid out to these plants to say that they were coming here, that they were opening these giant factories, that they were going to bring all these benefits to Canada, clean energy, folks, electric cars.
But he's bailing because it hasn't happened.
They can't do it. It's impossible. So all of those guys get all those handouts now and they leave. And the burden is on the taxpayer. Yet the government continues spending and they don't give a shit because it's our tax dollars. It's us. They get worked to the bone. 40%, 50%, hey, one day maybe 70% of your paycheck goes out of your pocket so that Mark Carney can keep spending and padding his pocket and his buddies' pockets. Is anybody fed up with this yet?
Can we seek asylum somewhere?
I wish Donald Trump would allow actual Canadians, born Canadians with Canadian passports and Canadian birth certificates, to claim asylum in the United States. Wouldn't that make life easier? Nilok becoming a member for 5 months. I almost said half a year. If the temporary foreign worker program goes, that would hopefully invalidate any current permits and would force deportations of millions. The country would get relief. It wouldn't. Do you guys remember we showed a video not too long ago of committees that were happening where I think it was Anita Anand who stated that we don't know where a lot of these temporary workers and temporary people on visas are.
Yeah.
That expired. We have no way of tracking them.
Hiding.
We just hope that when we tell them to leave, they leave. What do you think is going to happen if the temporary foreign worker program is scrapped? They're going to look after their own, just like they do in the trucking industry, just like they do anywhere else. Under the table payments.
Yep.
Don't file taxes. Right? Again, more burden on us. Snow with a $2 super chat. I think capital crimes need capital punishment.
Yes.
I say bring back
deportation.
Bring back the guillotine. Bring back harsh punishments. Mike St. John, $2 super chat. Decarbonization equals less humans is New World Order. Well, read his book Values.
Yeah.
It's all explained in Values. And we were warned about this, folks. This isn't anything new.
Nope.
So over the next 4 years, this is what we're going to see is no matter how much push comes in, Mark Carney's going to have to sit there and say, well, we're not going to cut anything. It's full steam ahead. And we're just going to keep spending. Spend, spend, spend. Push it onto the taxpayer. Another guy who doesn't have your interest at heart? Well, Doug Ford. Look at this bullshit he posted today. It's been 1 year since we delivered on our promise to expand beer, wine, and other drinks to Ontario convenience stores. Today, more than 5,300 stores are licensed and convenience store sales are up 15%. Who owns those convenience stores? Whatever your drink of choice, make sure you enjoy responsibly and support Ontario-made products wherever you can. This guy is not Team Canada.
No.
He just poured out Manitoba-made Crown Royal all over the road this week and said, to hell with the jobs in Manitoba. 106 jobs left Ontario, so I'm going to disrespect Crown Royal. I'm going to disrespect Canadian workers in Manitoba. I'm going to pour their product all over the street and say, don't buy that. Buy Ontario-made products. I think anybody in Ontario right now should boycott Ontario-made products. So while people are breaking into homes, while people are getting executed, while people are having guns pointed at them and their property stolen, told to comply, Doug Ford's number one concern is that Prajeet can operate his 7-Eleven and sell you alcohol. At least then you can get so drunk you don't care anymore.
Support Ontario.
You don't care anymore about being stolen from.
1 year ago, our government allowed convenience stores across Ontario to start selling beer, wine, and other alcoholic beverages. It was a big promise from our government, and we got it done. All to provide more choice and convenience for customers and more opportunities for Ontario producers and businesses. Finally, you can walk into your local corner store and pick up a 6-pack, a bottle of wine, or a ready-to-drink beverage. Over the past year, convenience stores have seen sales increase by more than 15%. And for some store owners, this change has saved them from having to close up shop. Today, more than 5,300 stores across Ontario are licensed, safely, responsibly, and conveniently providing fantastic products for people to enjoy. So whatever your drink of choice.
So I'm not even going to get into this, but I won't finish it. This is who it's benefiting. This is who it's benefiting. Where else is it? Where else is it down here? This is who it's benefiting. Oh, same guy. Oh, look, benefit. Good old Doug making sure Canadians are buying Ontario-made products. Get all the DEI in there. All the people making the stuff in Ontario, they're actually white.
For customers.
Benefit. Where was it? I saw it. There was another one. I've skipped over it. I've glossed over. I don't really care. You guys get the point.
You've gone too far.
We'll do it live. You get the point. Things got to change in this country, and I honestly don't know, folks. Again, I try my best to keep it positive on Fridays. I know I haven't really succeeded in that this week.
Today, definitely not.
But the reason we have to make this available to people, the reason we have to talk about this or bring it out is because we need to start demanding more when these representatives come around looking for our votes. When conservatives come to your door and say, we have the best interest for you, even if you're going to vote conservative no matter what, give them a hard time. Ask them what they're going to do to actually repeal laws that are going to benefit you. I brought this up and I want to talk about it again because I mentioned this in other streams where I talked about corporations, and people say, corporations get all these tax benefits. I can write things off. We definitely benefit from some of those things. Mrs. Fringe is on camera.
I can see why people go independent.
Well, so I'll give you an example. So when Mrs. Fringe has to buy new clothes, she can buy some clothes on the business. She can get her nails done on the business. She can get her hair done because she's on camera. But there's all these kind of benefits that come forward for businesses. And I often hear people saying, isn't it great that when I'm incorporated, God, I can save so much money in taxes because I can write some things off and I'm taxed less than if I was working for a company. And what people don't realize is the reason those rules exist was to benefit the government.
No, not,
it's not for us.
No.
The government takes all of those benefits and cranks it up to 11. And the reason those laws exist, the reason those write-offs exist, are loopholes for the government. It just so happens that if it's going to work for them, it applies for everyone. So they have to give us those write-offs. They have to give us those benefits. The government never does anything, folks, to benefit you. It's always about them. In fact, George Carlin said it best. It's a big club, and you're not a part of it. Carney, $2 super chat. Wood chipper on slow speed. Absolutely agree. Marco with the $2 super chat. Will the U.S. demand more concessions from Canada? I don't know. Your guess at this point is as good as mine. Yeah. Again, I don't want to make it too negative. We've said on the stream that Canada's in decline, that this is the start of it, that it's managed decline, that it's the beginning of the end. And unless something really major kickstarts like a revolution, I really don't understand how we're going to see a turnaround at this point. We really just got to stay united together, band together, keep our opinions together, and try to persevere where we can. Yep. And that's one of the arguments I make whenever people say, hey, Fringe, you're so hooked on Alberta independence. What are you going to do when it fails? What are you going to do when you're not going to get there? And I always tell people, we'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah. That
gives a glimmer of hope. You don't stop. Christopher Walken said it.
It would be very, very sad world if there was not something to look forward to.
Guys, Walken said it. Catch me if you can. The mice falling into a cup of milk. I'm not going to do the whole voice of the thing, but I'll summarize it that he says, one mouse gives up and drowns.
Yeah.
The other one refused to give up. And eventually, what was it? He churned it into butter.
Yeah.
And got his way out. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
He's, ladies and gentlemen, today I am that mouse. But you get the point. Like if you turn around and say, I'm done, I quit, it's never going to get any better. What's the point? Nothing's ever going to change. Well, you're that mouse that's giving up. So if Alberta Independence fails, we pick up the pieces from it and figure out, well, how do we get further next time? How do we build our opinions together to benefit Canadians? How do we get past this corrupt government? The Freedom Convoy was a starting point.
Yes.
People said, look at that. That's the Canada we used to know.
You have a voice.
It's the Canada we remember. People that have unrestricted patriotism towards their country, speaking out for the rest of their brothers and sisters across the country, demanding fair treatment, waving their flags in the streets, being proud. That was a good starting point. Now we have YouTube communities. We have all these other places of people coming together, united with the same goals of getting away from a corrupt government that abuses them and treats them like dirt, as a piggy bank.
Somewhere where you can find the real news and what's really going on.
We may not see success tomorrow, but if we keep it up, folks, at some point, something's going to take.
There is light. There will be light at the end of the tunnel.
There will be. My favorite line from National Treasure was that Thomas Edison was quoted to say that he tried over 1,000 ways to make the filament light bulb. And he said, I didn't fail
999 times.
99 times at making a light bulb. I learned 999 ways how not to make a light bulb. And that's what we have to do with our problems in Canada right now. Whether it's independence, whether it's finding other ways that are constructive to stand up to our government, we have to find a way to be united as a group, build our numbers, and keep trying until we find something that works. Otherwise, we're just going to stay in this mess forever, folks.
Don't give up.
We've got, what is that? Noah
MTS.
MTS with a $5 super chat. Proud 7th generation born and raised Albertan. I fully support sovereignty. Without sovereignty, I don't see any meaningful future for my family here. Very well said. Yes. And let's get that happening. Jim Brown, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. They need to bring back capital punishment. I think we got that one, but we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Carson El Gringo Grande, $5 super chat. Let's do it live at 650 thumbs. I'll sponsor a giveaway for a Take Back Alberta item. Sure. Let's do that. Love it. Get 650 likes, folks, and you don't have to be a member for that one. We'll just do it because Carson's gracious enough to allow it. Where are we on the likes? Can somebody give me an update on the likes? Is Indigenous natives and Albertans got the res from the Indigenous peoples?
People.
I don't know what that means.
There may be another conversation going on.
We're at 644.
Oh, good.
What was it? We needed 650?
Yeah.
Let's get another 6 likes, guys.
Get some 4 more likes.
4 more likes. Let's go. It looks like we're doing a giveaway. Canada unity is a must. People pushing say, oh, do we have a troll?
We tried unity. There's no unity. Alberta's
okay, well, I'll shut Irene up really quickly. We've talked about this to a great extent. Constitutional lawyers have talked about this to a great extent. First Nations people are not losing their reservations. There's 3 choices should Alberta gain its independence. Okay? So just to educate you a little bit here. If Alberta claims independence, First Nations have to sit at the table in good faith for negotiations with every premier, every federal leader, as well as all provincial leaders at the table to negotiate in good faith Alberta's exit. That's what the law says. What happens with First Nations is the choices they're presented with are your borders of your reserve land, your native land, can stay a part of Canada, nothing changes, and you continue on with your deal that the Canadian government was giving you in terms of your payouts. Or Alberta can take over those deals and continue with the same payouts. It's just now they come from Alberta and not from Canada. Third choice, you scrap both of those and you negotiate a better deal in term for the entire reservation and join the country of Alberta, the Republic of Alberta, whatever we're going to call it. They get one of those 3 options. So when people say, well, they own the oil on the property. No, they don't. There are acts that were done in the early 1900s that resolved that. Those have been shown. We've talked about those. If you're missing the education on that, I highly recommend you go through my Alberta is Leaving playlist. You'll find videos showing all that documentation and the legalities of that. Anybody else saying that you can't, it's illegal, it's misinformation. If they're going to come in and say, well, you can't leave, they have ultimate say, no, they do not. They absolutely 100% do not. The Clarity Act states that. People are going to, again, misinform you and tell you that they do, that we don't know what we're talking about. Constitutional lawyers have gone through it.
Yep.
The Premier's office has gone through it. The federal government has gone through it. And they tell sheep that they can't leave, that the First Nations have control, that they have control over the resources, because they want to scare people into saying, well, if I can't vote for independence, then I might as well not vote. I guess I'll believe what the TV tells me.
Yep.
Learn the laws. Irene, don't be ignorant. It's ignorant. Don't be ignorant. Is that what Michael Jackson says? It's ignorant. Mrs. Fringe, look at the camera, please. LOL. I know you love Derek, but eyes up. No, I enjoy getting the eyes. Let's stop it. Hey. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? Yeah, all right. Nillock with $5 super chat. If you want information or ask questions, please feel welcome to come to any of our APP events. If you aren't in Alberta,
yes,
check for live streams. Absolutely. APP will answer all of those questions. We've had Jeffrey Raff on the channel a number of times. I've had Mitch Silvestri on here. We'll have them on here many times again. I'm not responsible for butthurt people and lefties who want to sit there and join people like Tommy the Commie and say that, well, you can't leave, you're not allowed to go anywhere. Yeah, we are. Yeah. And if you don't like it, pack your bags and get out. Maybe move to Ontario, Southern Ontario, like Toronto, I hear is nice. You might fit in there, but make sure to get yourself a couple of deadbolts, maybe some locks, bars on your windows. You might need them living there while you're huffing your farts, saying that you own the land and that we can't go anywhere. How's that? How's that? Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Old Fringe is getting cranky. Get them out of here. It looks like we're doing a shirt giveaway in Alberta. We're taking Alberta back shirt.
Yeah. Tonight.
Congratulations, guys. You got the grand prize. You got your likes. You got your likes in. It's wonderful. I think it's wonderful that you did that. Courtesy of Carson El Gringo Grande. Let's do a little Q&A, and then we've got. Oh no! Before Q&A. Shapoki, $5 super chat. Tiffany, eyes up. No. I always love this. People are, give them more cowbell. I'll get to the bloody cowbell. Stop. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Somebody should send Tommy back to Warsaw. Oh, that bastard. One of the good things, while you say, Alberta can't go anywhere, and, Danielle's a commie, and, she's terrible. She's a Nazi. Thank God for Danielle Smith. One of the other things that people are going to claim they know the laws on, good old Danielle stuck up for Albertans last night. I believe this was in Medicine Hat.
Yes.
Take a look at what she had to say about the government taking our guns away. We're not going to have to worry about people breaking into our homes in Alberta. Take a listen, folks.
Currently, we have a public safety minister who wants to come and take my legally obtained firearms, in which I took a safety course for, legally purchased, but he can't define what a restricted possession acquisition license is. He had to recuse himself from a terrorist organization, which is the Tamale Tigers. I will not be handing them over to the federal government because I'm not supposed to give my firearms to criminals. So I'm not going, so I can't. I can't go to the range. I can't do my sport shooting with 90% of my firearms because I became a criminal overnight with an unjust gun grab fraud. I know that Premier Smith is familiar with the homeowner in Ontario who was just charged with injuring a home intruder who had a crossbow.
You should ask her about it.
Yeah, Canadians are being charged for protecting themselves, their families, and their property, and being backed into a corner through submission by the federal government. We're being told to leave our keys beside our unlocked door, as criminals have more rights than we do. So where would the Alberta Police Force stand in relation to the legal firearm owners?
It's a great question. I'm glad we ended on that. And I'm sorry to those of you still lining up. I did say that was it. Premier, can you address those ones first, and then we'll book it?
Well, let me tell you my frame on this. So the proper use of the criminal code power is the way the feds will regulate around, for instance, vehicular homicide. Like there are ways that you can use your car that kill people, and they look at that as a criminal penalty and they charge you. But you know what they don't do? They don't come in and say, red cars have a disproportionate number of accidents, therefore we're going to ban red cars and confiscate them, right? They're able to see that there is one use of that particular piece of property that is criminal, and they let us regulate who gets a driver's license and who registers a car. So I'm just going to take that analogy a little bit further. They can regulate the criminal use of firearms. They can go after the bad guys who are breaking into people's houses with crossbows. And we will then regulate the legal use of firearms so you can continue to own them, collect them, use them for sport shooting, use them for hunting, and use them for other purposes. So we're working right now on what a legislative framework for an Alberta firearms license would look like. And we're going to fight it out.
So good old Danielle. God damn it, I love her. Pardon the blasphemy. I know my Christian viewers get mad when I say that, but I love Danielle Smith when she's on fire like this. I think she's amazing. I'll tell you right now, Danielle, she's one of a kind. She's amazing. I know some premiers in this country. None quite like Danielle Smith, I got to tell you. She's wonderful. She's telling those other provinces, she's telling the federal government, maybe go get a lollipop. Maybe go feel better about yourselves. Come on back when you're ready to talk business. Alberta will hold on to its guns, its firearms, its farmers can use them.
Yep.
Those who want to commit crimes are about to mess around and find out real quick. They're going to maybe be shot all the way to Uganda. Blow their brains out to Uganda. Good old Danielle. What a great way to end out what we had to talk about tonight before we get to Q&A, because it was getting a little negative. But like even Phoebe, we love Danielle. We absolutely love her. She's amazing. She's wonderful. Quite a set of testicles on that woman, yes. I got to tell you.
I love it.
It's funny because we were driving through Edmonton one day with our kids, and they've got this, if you've never been to Edmonton, they have what they call artwork. It's these giant silver balls that are all like in a pile on a hill. And we were driving down the White Mud and we saw this artwork, if you can, whatever.
It's better than Calgary's artwork.
Better than Calgary's artwork. But we saw it and I said, hey, check out those. Edmonton's got big balls. And the first thing Mrs. Fringe says to the kids is, well, they're not as big as the premiers. And the kids had a good laugh. Hoping to meet up with Danielle in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Apparently we've been invited to bring the kids. So it'd be great to get some shots of that. Maybe ask Danielle some questions. Maybe we take her a lollipop. I don't know. We'll maybe tell her, look, you can have a lollipop. Give us Trump's phone number. I'd love to call him.
Especially since you might be in Florida next year.
I got to go down to Disney World next year. I'd love to go to Mar-a-Lago. I'd love to meet the Trump, shake his hand, tell him he's one of the best presidents. Believe me, I think he's wonderful. We'll see what happens. Let's get to Q&A. I'm going to get to a few honorable mentions that poke their way in, and then we're going to get to Q&A.
And then 2 giveaways.
Saved by Grace. I'm a teacher, and all teachers hate Danielle. I hope you're not one of them. Saved by Grace. I hope you don't hate Danielle. Yeah, the teachers hate her.
Danielle, or do you hate the school board?
I'd hate the school board over Danielle, and I'd hate the unions before I did anything else. People are just... Hey, dance for me, monkey. I have a fever.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
We're going to have a stream where I just leave that clip running for 2 straight hours.
You should.
So you guys can get it out of your system. I love the cowbell.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I love doing the cowbell. But maybe we're just going to have to run it for a couple hours. Non-stop.
Get it out of the system. You did it. You started it.
You need a Trump bobblehead there, Derek.
Yeah, you do. I'll get you one.
One of these days. Let's get to Q&A, shall we? I've got an amazing cowbell that Carney gave.
Yes.
Danielle Smith's theme song is Big Balls by AC/DC.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely. She does have the biggest balls of them all. CB's telling me to put some Cool Whip. Oh, put some Cool Whip on that thing. It's not going to happen. You're eating hair. Let's. John says a 10-hour stream.
10-hour stream.
Oh God, how 10-hour walking cowbell video? It'd be crazy, guys.
I think you need to.
God. No, that's like torture in some countries. Is boycotting a poo an option? I mean, you can boycott whatever you like.
We've all kind of started doing that.
You know, the pleb tweeted out today that everybody should be boycotting Tim Hortons. I don't know if that's new. We've been boycotting them for ages. But he's been saying everybody should boycott companies that don't hire Canadian workers.
Well, I think people started,
So if you're still eating that garbage and you
boycott it now.
For some reason, support Tim Hortons, boycott them, I guess. David doesn't like the cowbell. I won't listen to that stream then. No more cowbell, please. Oh, come on. We can have it in moderation. There's nothing wrong with moderation.
Big pig balls.
How
about you get your actual cowbell?
So you can see it behind me. It's right behind me, right here. Steve gave me that cowbell. And no, I can't ring it from time to time. It'll blow out your speakers through the microphones.
And I might hit you with it.
Mrs. Fringe would kill me. So no, we will not be doing that. Can somebody tell me what that cowbell means? Guys, we have a fever and you just need more cowbell. You need more of that cowbell. It's a joke.
Yeah, just watch the SNL clip.
It's a joke. Look, it was a Saturday Night Live sketch. We put it in here as a joke. Because I was doing a little walking. I was messing around. Some people wanted the cowbell. Now
you
the cowbell
used to do walking, but I think it drove me.
Now the cowbell hangs around a lot. It's crazy. But yeah, now people have fevers and they want cowbell.
Yeah.
Nilaka $2 super chat. Government worker strikes are just ways to increase taxes. Well, it's not only that. It's ways. So you see it in Alberta right now with Nenshit and the unions striking against Danielle with the teachers, saying, well, they're banning books. They're doing all these terrible things. So Nenshi, because he's, a PDF file, he likes kids having books with very descriptive pictures in them that have boys giving other boys oral exams.
Elementary schools, they have that book.
Nenshi supports that stuff. He likes it. But they use it as an excuse to point the finger at Danielle and say, Danielle bad, so that they can try to ramp up their numbers.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They just want to make her look like the villain for doing the right thing.
Yeah, so Danielle said she doesn't want nudity in books in the schools. And then the school board said, well, let's add this list of books to that too.
Has anybody found Carney's balls? They're currently attached to his wife. If you take a look at her, I'm pretty sure she's got a mean set. Carney $2 super chat. Yeah, but you never ring it. Well,
come on.
I can't blow out people's speakers. I actually had to turn down my intro video.
Yes.
Because people were complaining that was blowing out people's speakers. I can just imagine what a cowbell would do. Cowbell ASMR. It's not going to happen.
I don't think.
Oh, I firmly believe in kinetic home defense. Everything is a weapon. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Great take by Danielle. The feds are only allowed to deal with criminal use of guns. Absolutely. Well, and what's funny is that when people were asking Danielle about castle law, she had that viral video.
Yeah.
Where they said, well, how do you feel about break-ins in Alberta? She says, it's quite simple. If you don't want to get your ass kicked, don't break into people's houses.
Yeah.
And what came out of that is her stating that we had a similar case in Alberta and they couldn't press charges. They couldn't seal the deal because our laws protect us. Can we boycott Mark Carney? I wish it was that easy. Deport beach poopers? Deport them all. Get them out of here. Get them all out of here. Let's see. Danielle needs to go full Trumpian and say F the liberals and push common sense.
Yeah.
So, Jesse, very good point. I hope that happens. Again, we'll see what happens when October 1st passes. Again, that's the date of the 6-month mark that Danielle gave for her 12 requests from Mark Carney. We haven't seen a single one of them, and we're not gonna.
No, absolutely not.
We're not going to. Noah with another $5 super chat. I'll be wearing my cowboy hat whenever I'm not wearing my hard hat to celebrate when Alberta gets our sovereignty. My name is pronounced
Spensley.
Spensley. Okay, so Noah Spensley. Thank you so much, Noah. Appreciate you and appreciate the super chat. I got to make sure before we do our giveaways that I didn't miss any other honorable mentions, because I would really hate to disrespect anybody who paid for the right to have their comments read. Looks like we're good.
Yeah.
So how about it, folks? 3 giveaways.
Yeah. So let's do
3 giveaways. Let's get the good
calendar?
old calendar going first. You have to be a member of the Patriots Club. Actually, let's do that one second. So anybody who wants to become a member has a few minutes to do that.
We'll do the honey, which I don't have. It's upstairs.
It's upstairs. We don't have the jar here, but it's a smaller jar of honey.
Yeah, it's like that size.
You have to be
Good.
Canadian to win. That's the only stipulation,
Yeah.
because we looked into it. We can't ship it over the border.
Because it's food.
There's shipping rules. Otherwise I would. So you must be Canadian. We'll do a random draw for Mike's Freedom Honey, labeled the best honey in Alberta, by the way, over Corey Morgan's. Jason, thank you for the $27.99 super chat. I appreciate that. What do we got here? Let's hit the old wheel of fortuitousness.
It's so quiet.
It is quiet because we're...
You're in concentration mode.
Sorry, it's loading. It's Stinger 007. Is Stinger 007 still in the chat? Let me get caught up with the chat. Stinger 007. When you chime in, let me know if you're in Canada.
Yes. This is the only one that has to be Canadian.
Stinger in Canada.
Is he in the chats?
Well, people are adding him, so he must be in here somewhere. Stinger, pipe up. Come on. Yes, sir. Are you Canadian? Because I see...
I'm sure that's a yes, sir, that he is.
Oh, yes. Yep. Okay, good.
Okay.
Stinger, congratulations. You have won the honey. Stay tuned. I'll be giving the email address for everyone to email once we do all of our draws. So congratulations for Mike's Freedom Honey. Now for a draw for the Fingers Up F. Carney Canada calendar. 2026 calendar. I'll remind anybody who thinks that we're giving away calendars 3 quarters through the year. That hurt you. I collabed with Calendars That Curse on this one, so you guys are going to love it. I'll guarantee it. You must be a member. Let's get the old wheel of fortuitousness running around here. Let's get a draw. Arctic Ian. Is Arctic Ian still in the chat? I'll get to your guys' super chats in a moment, folks. Where's Arctic Ian? There he is. Arctic Ian, congratulations. You're the first recipient after 4 streams of the Fingers Up Carney calendar. Congratulations. Again, sit tight. I'll give you guys the email address to send...
I'm going to do an Alberta t-shirt.
The giveaway. And now we're going to do an Alberta, Taking Back Alberta. We're taking it back. T-shirt. We're taking it back. Let's get it up on screen. Just so that folks can, I guess it can be a t-shirt or a hoodie. Where is it? I'll bring up the darker colors. We have darker and lighter colors, folks. So I'm just going to bring up our gray hoodie just so people can see it. So we are taking Alberta, or we're taking back Alberta. Hoodies. You can get hoodies, t-shirts, whatever you like. If you head over to Spread Shop, if you don't get in on the draw, folks, you can pick one up. It supports the channel. These are limited edition.
Yes.
We're only going to have them in there for a short period of time. So if you want to get them, if you want to wear them to your APP meetings or anything else, or just to let people know on the left, hey, shove it, we're taking it back. Go and get yours now over at the shop. Let's get a draw going. You must be a member. Or no, this one's not a member of the Patriots Club.
Not a member. This one's
you
anybody.
Don't need to be a member of the Patriots Club for this one. Noah MT Splinzy. I think I've remembered it and said it. Is Noah still in the chat? Noah, are you here? I know he just super chatted not too long ago. Noah, are you in here? And he said he was going to wear his cowboy hat. There he is. So now you've got your cowboy hat and
your Alberta shirt.
We're taking back Alberta shirt.
Shirt, sweatshirt, whatever you want.
Shirt, sweatshirt, whatever you like. Mrs. Fringe is going to type in the email address for you guys here. We'll get it up in the chat for you guys. Head over to Unacceptable Fringe YT is in YouTube. So Unacceptable Fringe YT at gmail.com. Noah, make sure to find the product you like. Here's the address up on screen for you guys. Find the product that you like. Whether it's a sweatshirt, like a hoodie or a t-shirt, the size, color, and exact description of the shirt that you want. If you can get a screenshot, that's even better. Send it to me over at unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com within the next 24 hours. I'll get it ordered and sent out to you. Allow a couple of weeks for delivery because it does come up through America. Yes, we use an American company. Sorry, guys. They have better quality than any of the Canadian ones.
Yeah.
And I want to give you guys quality. So shoot me that email. For our other two winners that won the Freedom Honey and the calendar, email me at unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Give me your shipping information, i.e. your name, your address, postal code, and a phone number to leave with Canada Post. And I'll get those items shipped out this Monday for you. And again, allow time for delivery. For the hoodie, just make sure, again, full shipping information as well as what you'd like. Congratulations to all three of our winners. I have some honorable mentions that flew in. I got to get to Jay Peterson. Wow, $50 super chat. Thank you so much. As a union tradesman, I have very little respect for the teachers union or the nurses union. In the 80s, when we were all getting attacked from Pierre Trudeau's recession and the companies, we asked for a little support from both and got the finger.
Yep.
Fully agree. I'm not a fan of unions either. Jay Peterson, thank you for the super chat. Hopefully we'll see you at our meet and greet in September. Again, for anybody who got in late, Fringe meet and greet, Spruce Grove, September 27th, Royal Canadian Brew House, 7 p.m. We'll see you there. Snow with a $2 super chat, just using a super chat to drag out the stream. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got Michael coming in with a $5 super chat. Maybe SNL Celebrity Jeopardy clips where Sean Connery misreads the boards need adding. I choose anal bum cover for 2000. I'll get those added in. I'm going to get a few fun clips added in over the next little bit. We're going to revamp things around here. So thank you to everybody who came into the streams tonight. Thank you for Carson's very generous gifted subs tonight, as well as the gifted shirt giveaway. We also had Aaron gifting subs as well.
So we'll work that out through email, and then we'll do that next Friday.
Aaron, email me. Again, unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. We'll organize how to give away that shirt next week to one lucky Patriots Club member. Dawes gave away memberships tonight. For everybody who donated tonight, who super chatted, who gave memberships, who bought merch, who watched the stream and just gave a good old thumbs up, like down below. It's just as valuable to us as everything that we got in support tonight. So thank you to everybody who joined us on the stream. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure to hit it. Join me throughout the weekend. I'll have more videos dropping here on the channel. Please make sure to leave a comment. The videos have been getting completely slapped down lately because people aren't leaving comments in there, and YouTube saying, well, people aren't interested in them. It helps us greatly if you enjoyed the content, if you leave that down below with a thumbs up.
Even just letting us know where you're watching from.
Anything at all. Tell me to get lost. I don't care. Throw it up in there. Join me over the weekend. We'll have content. I'll have great content coming all week long. Stay right here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great weekend. Look after each other. From Mrs. Fringe and myself, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Take care.
Take care.